Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Ram.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go. Great.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey,
We're good.
check your hot read.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the ball.
Strong right.
Black.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. The crossing route complete. That's Gibson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
On the ball.
Tight end's left. 4 down.
What's your son?
Now it's Ajayi. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
Lefty.
Here's Ajayi. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Hang in there now.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Liz 5-3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This one from 48 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Blue 80!
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Cut!
Check the backer, check the
Check 50, check 50! Good guy, 4 down, 4 down!
On second down, here's Penny. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Cut! Green 80!
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Check 50, check 50! 18, 18.
crunch, crunch.
18, 18.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. A quick hitter complete. It's Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Black.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnett. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Man 5-7.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out.
Come on now, Oz. Come on now. Let's go.
Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
That's it.
Wise motion. 53. Watch the back.
Now, Wentz again, finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now we'll slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Come on now.
The Eagles on third down.
Go.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Shorty.
Again, it's Wentz. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Wentz now on first down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Sunday.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. After the interception, here's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick... after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Quick move by Miller. And a juke this time. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this at the 50, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go work. Let's go to work.
Go deep. Man left, man left.
Tempo, tempo.
3 down, 3 down. Hey.
Tight. 280.
On 2nd down, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Be alert, be alert. Let's go, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye.
14, front it. You got tape. Front it. Tempo, baby, let's go to work.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
Move 15. Hey, 0. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Wilson on the keeper, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Hey, 0.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Play time, guys. Let's go. Saturday. Tight. Move 15. Gotta go. Go ahead, baby. Go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. 14. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 36. Be alert. Watch the twist.
Number 75.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They come out here in the I.
Gotta go. Shut down. Motion.
On second down, Anderson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Wentz to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
82. Check. Watch 54. 82. I can't believe they let you play.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Drops it off to Ajayi. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Drag it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down, here's Wentz. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Hey, over here, over here. Flare.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Tempo. Start. 380. Big jumbo. Bang out. Fan. He's coming.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Start. 380. 14. Gotta go. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check 50. Shine it. 3 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Now it's Mark. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they